Hey, what's going on, guys, gals, people of all ages? Chef PV, 500 below, all that stuff. Hold on, real quick. Just want to check, make sure we're on, and also get this chat open. All right. So, a couple things, real quick. Hopefully, there's no real bad. Hopefully, it looks better than it usually does, is what I'm gonna say. I'm trying a higher bit rate than normal. So I'm going to be playing with bit rates over the next couple of live streams I do personally to kind of up the bit rate. I also got some better lighting, kind of. I found a better position for my light. That, who really cares? The big deal is we are building, and actually a little bit already going on the Maker Racer. So this is the one. I'm going to build one of the quads, basically, that we're building 7 total of. Actually 6 with a couple of backup parts not tossed together yet. And so we're going to have Connects units inside this Flynoceros frame. It's the Flynoceros Zeus. You can find it at theflynoshop.com. Josh is one of our sponsors. He gave us a great deal on some frames. We got 12 frames total. 5 are going frame and with a Connects camera and VTX. So basically, like this right here, with one frame only, is going to go to all 5 Pro pilots. All the 5 Pro pilots are going to get a frame and a Connects kit, and then they're going to build their quad around that with their regular gear. And then the local pilots are actually going to get not a build, but they're going to get basically what a vision kit is. They're going to get a receiver, and they're going to get one of these quads here that I'm going to build today, which is going to all be powered by Electrify RC, which that whole story was to get you back to our other sponsor, Electrify RC, and the components going into this, which this is the base plate. We've got some 8mm vibration dampeners, some heavy duty ones actually. We're going to run the Betaflight F3, so no PDB, so it's perfect for the dampener system and all that. We've got the 30 amp, there you go, BLHeli S ESC from Electrify RC. Got all 4 of them already buttoned up and in there, shrink tube stickered, ready to go. All I got to do is tin them. We've actually even got an LED here ready that we built, and we built this LED. This is just a 4 dot one, but I have 100 dots. And I got these off Amazon for a great deal. They're like $16 from a tip from a guy in San Antonio. I'm going to say his name wrong, but Ashim Papiber. He gave a bunch of us a heads up on it. And so we have that, which is pretty cool. I'll show you real quick if you haven't already seen. Where is my cable? Oh, here we go. Plug this bad boy in. So 4 LEDs, all addressable like typical LED, custom LEDs are. These are currently set on, but we can go into beta flight very easily and quickly. We can change these guys to like a Larson effect. There. We're gonna go east. Oh, whoops, no. We go north. Turn east off. We're gonna go west. And that's it. So do that. Larson, save, and now we got that. So pretty cool. Anyways, back to what we're doing here. It doesn't say we got anybody chilling, so if there is, hit me up on the chat. We're just kicking it though. Here we go. Let's see. Set up my area a little bit better. My gear out the way. Alright. So we got the ESCs ready to accept motors, but whoa, before we can put motors in or anything, we need to tin these these pads up, let them cool off after we tin them. Gotta be careful. There's some little capacitors, I think those are, in between the pads. Definitely don't want to knock those off or heat them up too much. So that's why, you know, let's get you in here really good. A good medium. I actually got too small of a tip to be doing motors, to be honest. I should have a medium chisel, but I have it hot enough to where if I just put it right there, it heats up fast enough. But if it's not going in like 2 seconds or less, you probably don't want to be doing it anymore. So I'm running 620 on my heat. Seems to be again, a medium chisel would be ideal for motor wires. I have what would be a medium pencil tip instead of a chisel, which means I'm having to flood the tip a lot heavier. A good iron though is the best thing to have. I'd say 90 watt is what I prefer, but 60 or higher for sure. The wattage is all about recovery and getting the heat back into the tip once you touch like a heavy pad like this. Like a good component like this and that board has heavy, you know, thick copper PCB in there. PDB. So anyway, so we got those all square. Now we need to get motors out. Prep motors for wires. And this is where, you know, it just depends on your own personal opinion. But first of all, look at that. ERC. Come on, focus. Come on, get in there with the focus. There we go. Oh. It's trying to focus on there. There we go. Oh, Electrify RC. So gorgeous. Yeah, it's a 2450. They call it the copper top. Yes, obviously, Brothers Hobby, but it is their spec. It's their exclusive spec on this exact motor. And so, again, it's a 2206 2450. So, it's a pretty dope motor. I've ran a lot of them. All right. So, this is where, you know, different people do different things. I like to just go ahead and mount the motors and get them out of the way before I clip any wires, because I can then like basically make sure everything measures up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to first mount all the motors, and then I'm actually going to put the canopy on and just double check the way that the wires run. And also, by the way, the reason why I've already got the shrink tubing on there is because, man, I forget so often, and forgetting makes either for a pain in the butt or the idea that you're just going to accept that it's going to be a dirty build. So anyways, hey, what up, Ezekiel Reclaw? What's up? Digging the 2 new camera format. Thanks, brother. What's soldering iron? So I'll tell you what, I got a Radio Shack one like 5 years ago, man. That shit is back in the day. They discontinued it like a year and a half ago. But I love it. It's got presets on it and everything. So like I've got my presets like 800, 600, 483. 604 is a good one, then I'll bump it around. Like I was just at 620. Anyways, I got that bitch for like $90 back in the day. Let's see. All right. Sorry, back to what we were doing here. All right. So yeah, I like to mount the motors and do that because, man, too often I put a canopy on after the fact, and especially with these canopy builds, you put a canopy on after the fact and like the whole build goes to shit. Like you realize like every ESC wire is like 2 millimeters too short because you ran the wires like out the front or out the back, and they were supposed to be run out the side. So I've never built this frame before. So for that situation, it's actually why we're building it tonight is we got to build 6 more. And if we're going to build 6 more, I need to be able to, you know, really take a look at it and put it into how we're going to build it. So next Tuesday we're gonna do a live stream from downstairs where we do our tiny whoop racing, and we're gonna do a live stream of us building all these badass things. Hell yeah, big ass power supply. Oh no, that wasn't a power supply. Oh, you mean built in? Maybe, I'm not sure. It's a 90 watt, I believe. The funny thing about that, the funny thing about that soldering iron, about a year and a half in, it stopped working. I was pissed. And I literally was like throwing it away. Whoa, this is a 3mm plate. And so these screws are way too long. I'm glad I checked. I don't like those screws anyways. Alright. I have screws, I just gotta find them. I need like 6mm screws. Shit. I don't have a lot of those. Damn, man. Everybody uses this 4mm plates, and then I get these 3mm plates. I could use aluminum, but I don't like using aluminum. Anyways, long story short on the fucking... Oh, man, I just dumped these. Long story short on the goddamn Radio Shack, what's it called? Sorry, I didn't mean to curse like that. Lord's name and shit. The fuse. The fuse went out underneath it. I was about to toss the damn thing in the fucking trash, and I looked, and I was like, what's that? Sure enough, it was a fuse. Dude, I found a bunch of screws. Perfect. Alright. Back this up a little bit, so I'm not, like, all up in that shit. My desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. So I got sidetracked. Anybody that knows me in real life, that's super easy to do. Reclaw's like, yeah, don't talk to Troy while he's running a race. He'll stop for 20 minutes and forget that he's running rounds. Anyways, good ass soldering iron. I super recommend anything of that higher caliber. I see too often people talk about, hey, where can I get a cheap one? I literally saw a guy today. He's like, I need a better soldering iron than this. And he posted like a $17 soldering iron, which when he bought it a month and a half ago, we all basically told him, like, not all, but some of us told him, like, hey, it's not enough. But he posted a post today. He's like, I want something else, but I want something cheap. I'm like, dude, you just can't. Like, soldering iron is probably like one of the worst things to cheap out on if you're going to really start building. It's why you don't want to just, like, why when people recommend, hey, you should just build something, I think to myself, no, you shouldn't. Because what you're not telling him is he needs, like, at least $100 worth of soldering equipment. And that's just basics. And that's if you know what you're doing. Again, you need different tips, like, for different things, dude. Gotta have different tips for different things. Anyways. I know you don't want to hear me gab about something else topical. Give me something better to talk about. I'm going to be on the FPV Live. Oh, shit balls. I should have just took that off. I'm going to be on the FPV Live podcast on Friday. You guys, they asked me what I want to talk about, and I don't really know. Soft mounting the motors BS. No, not necessarily. I mean, I think I did a video on kind of soft mounting and, you know, my idea of what everything kind of means. But Josh Bardwell really talks really well about filtering, and I think filtering is, I mean, you just have to decide what you're going to do, right? So, like, if you're going to soft mount, you need a problem. If you're going to super soft mount everything, sure, do it. It can't be horrible. But if you are, there's going to be a good way of doing it. So you got to make sure your tune is right for soft mounting. So you're going to want to disable probably a bunch of your filters. And a good example is, I've actually got 3 SEX HDs. Yeah, dude, Ribozoid, the Haiku is dope. And, you know, I don't know why I don't recommend it. I think it's because I think it's slightly overpriced. I think, like, the one that's equivalent to what I get, like, what I have is, like, I don't know. Anyways, but I know it's, and something about the color, even though I love blue and yellow. Back to soft mounting. Good example, SCX HDs. I got 3 of them. 2 of them have Hyperlight F4s, hard mounted with O-rings. no soft mount motors, and tuned very well. I'd say 98% to where I want it. Put the exact same tune on a Betaflight F3 board. Different motors, obviously. All three have different motors, but same tune. And it was mush. Like, it was horrible. I had to disable some of the filters, or actually, I did disable the part one, or the notch filter, the first one, and I made the D term part one. And by doing that, it equalized this one with the other ones. But the other ones I went ahead and I also turned part one off, and then they got even better. So, anyways, at the end of the day, if you're going to soft mount, that's great. Once you get to a certain point of soft mounting, you are becoming against the filters, and so you're going to want to definitely play with the filters. So, soft mount and either turn filters off or learn how to play with the filters and just mount, different things different ways. I wouldn't soft mount my motors though. It's too much of a hassle. What up, B? I told Burst I could do this in 30 minutes, and I spent 20 minutes talking and putting motors on. But no bullshit. I mean, this is actually a really super simple build if you think about it. These Betaflight F3s, really, I am just so awesomely impressed with them. So again, this is set up, wired, ready to roll. It's got everything but the RX, I guess, which while it's out, oh, you know what? While we have it out, I'm going to do the RX, I'm going to do the power plug for the VTX. Now, I don't have a receiver technically right now for this thing. So we're just going to wire the RX up. And that way it's at least plug and play, but I don't even think I have an RX extra right now. I got to pull one out of my old B-rotor quad. Soft mount the frame. Play with the soft mount. Oh, you want me to play with it? For real? Or are you joking? Like, it is actually really sweet. Like, these things are cool. But there's these, like, are so, I mean, they literally changed that quad completely. I mean, it was weird. Like, I would move and it wouldn't move, and then it would go. And then it would, like, stop after I stopped. Like, it was weird. Yo, the CBS, yeah. That's part of the whole thing, Ribozoids. We need to get with Florian and get data for them, because it does work with connects. And being that we're running only connects, we're going to be in a unique situation because everybody else is having issues mainly when they're trying to run connects with other quads, right? Like the connects guys are showing up and, they want to be friendly with, all the signals. But what's happening is because connects can't go to 200, it can only go to can't go to 25, it can only go to 200. Even by isolating the channel, the tuning of the event tracker is off because it's more powerful for the VTX that is the connects. So anyways, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. I forget. Hold on. PPM S-Bus. All right. Here it is. So... like this. Sorry, I should have already had this in. I didn't think about it till just now. That I actually should put one in because even though I don't have a receiver, somebody else is going to be flying this. And I do have to tune it, so I do need to find a receiver for it. By the way, watch for a tuning session tomorrow. I might let Ribozoid take this one home to play with not to fly, to play with the feed. Damn it. Sorry, guys. This whole one wire is not going in the hole. There we go. Yep, there we go. Damn. Ah! can't wait to see that handheld connect. So anybody that doesn't know, for the Maker Faire, we're gonna actually try to use a handheld connect system as a um, kind of like a live interview slash live stream tool, if you would. Fuck that, we're going to. I'm not. There's no trying about it. We're going to. How long just depends on how quickly everybody crashes. Let me play with all the things. Betaflight is good stock, right? um, actually, burst it is pretty close. And I would expect for something this setup, because it flies supposedly very much like a true X. Like it actually might be. All right. Now we've got everything on there, so we're good. We're gonna put the LED below. Take this, and this is where, like I said, I gotta figure out the canopy because I'm concerned about the way on the F3 I might have these. Yep, I got them too short. Son of a bitch. These are those problems, man. I didn't even think about it. This one we're good, I think. Oh no. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Don't like it one bit. Why is that not going in? There we go. Yep, I screwed that up. See, I screwed that up. But the other thing is, once I get that VTX in there, I could, if I wanted to put the ESCs inside, I think I could. They would have to be stacked. Like, what if I did that? I mean, that's a hell of a lot of heat, probably. What if I did that, though? I mean, I essentially could do a stack like that, right? And then the only issue is I don't know the clearance on the camera, so I'd have to install the camera. But if I could get that to work, which it looks like I could, we could do a stack in that bitch like that. The VTX goes on the outside of that plate. The camera should be well within that. That's an interesting layout. It would be clean and it wouldn't damage any ESCs unless they all caught fire. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. So the other option is, it's really an easy option, actually. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see. Let's see. Let's wrap these wires underneath. See, well, this is where I lied. It's not going to be 30 minutes burst because I got to do something. Spent all that time tinning those motor wires. I'm not going to sit here and pull them and redo every wire right now. I'll redo those on the next one. I'll extend the wires back out. I'll just cut them out or clip them, you know, pull them all out and put new ones. So for now, we will, and I almost did this in the beginning, was leave them the full length, and then I was like, it's just a quick dirty build, Troy. But, so here we go. Back to it. Gotta do this again. right. ESC swap. And then tomorrow I'll spend some time redoing these ESC wires for the next build. Richard, you asked about the build details. I mean, you can watch it back real quick if you want, but to recap, it's a Flynoceros Zeus HD frame. We're going to put a Connect unit here in a minute in it. I checked the wires on the ESCs that I already thought I gotten ahead and done, but it seems that I cut them too short. And it's totally a noob thing to do. Happens though, we all do it. ERC motors and ESCs from ERC Electrify RC. Check them out. They are for an event. We're gonna actually build six more after this. Not tonight. Live on a live stream next week. Damn. Oh wow, my shit got turned way down. I was wondering why, and I should have just checked, but it seemed like I was having issues, especially on the ground, which typically the ground is a little heavier. It needs a little hotter temps. Alright. So we screwed up and put the, like I said, we screwed up and put the ESCs too short of wires. So now we're just going back, ripping those out. And I have more ESCs because, like I said, we're building more. So we'll go ahead and fix that up. Still can't believe I spent all that time doing that though. Pre-build, thinking, oh, I get ahead. And I didn't even think about checking the canopy. Ah. All right. Last one to switch out. All right. All right. Positive, 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 negative, negative. All right. All's back to where I was. Put these back on. All right. So these are going to be like this. This one's going to be like this. Oh, man. That. And yeah, Ben, it's a mofo. Alright, so I got that. Another thing that I like to do by putting these on now is it helps me keep them from getting too dirty and anything like on them. If that makes sense. Beating them up a little bit. It just protects the ESCs. Where's the other one? There it is. Oh, all this trash now. Alright, so now we have gone through and fixed our mistake, kind of. The only other thing we gotta do is the signal and ground. I just use my fingers on stripping these. It really makes for a clean wiring job, this board. Some of the pads are a pain to get, like I said, the grounds in particular, but it's because it's a full PDB. Any heavy PDB is always a bitch, but look how clean that is with the wires. I mean, again, this is everything. LED strip. I just don't have the receiver. I mean, all right. So we're back to where we were, kind of, like half an hour ago. Back to tinning wires for a second. Or tinning pads. And be careful of these resistors or caps, whatever they are. In fact, I probably just should have slowed it the other side. This dude still talking? Shit. You must have disappeared, dog. I've been talking about you the whole time. I told you it would have, man. It really. Okay, maybe a little longer, but. So I needed your help, dog. Speaking of, what are these? Caps or resistors, chump? You get me the Marsha so we can sort out the deals on FPV last year. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yo, my bad, man, for sure. Faux show. Alright. Back to this. Now, all of these bitches are primed and ready. We're going in the frame. We have no more soldering to do at all. Oh, lied again, my legs. Lied again. I need a power wire for the VTX, which is quite simple to do at super high power, 800 degrees. Tell that bitch, please. Lay off these NUTs because you get none of these. At ease. Mob with the dog chain. Feel the breeze. Alright. Alright. Real simple. We are just going to literally piggyback the back of here. But to make sure that we get it, do it real good like that. Alright, there. Flip that bitch over. Hit it on the plus side. Alright. I got like just the teeniest overlap there. I don't know what that port is. There we go. I need to make sure. Motherfucker. There's only one way to do this the right way, Troy. Pliers. There we go. That shit stuck. Stuck like Chuck. Alright. Cool. Now. Damn it, I just got it. This fucking power wire is so thick. Gotta make sure. The problem is I don't want it touching, like it's getting very tall as far as I just thought about it. I don't want it touching any of the plate. I really need to there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. I needed it pushed down a little more. So now it's a solid part of the power pad now. We're good. Right. So, everything there. Good to go. Cool. Bam. Go ahead and toss down a couple of nuts. All right. Need one more. There it is. And matching my non-matching pattern. Blue. All right. So before we go smoking any motors or anything or throwing any other gear on there, we've already powered this thing up a few times and know that it powers up fine. All the ESCs out of the way. Before I hook anything else up, I just want to double check it. Praise the baby Jesus. Bam. All right. So we got light. All right. So that's good. Always good to have what you're supposed to have. Now push this up underneath to get it out of the way so we don't have to worry about it anymore. And that's where it's interesting. Let's see, the power wire is now in the way. There we go. But this is going to be basically just like that. So now we got that LED up underneath there, so when it's powered, it's going to light up the whole canopy. Bam. So that's that. So now we got all that good stuff. Now we know that these are going to have to come either out the front and wrap around, which they'll now work. So let's put the canopy on. Still trying to figure out what it is that's having a problem. There's that. Oh, nothing. Okay. So there's the canopy on. So these can come out the front and in position, or they can come out the side. It just makes more sense to come out the front on these. So that's what we'll do. So what we'll do is we'll get these. Let's see. Do I want to go ahead and put the canopy on? I think I do. But to do that, before we do that, let's go ahead and get the camera installed. It should be pretty simple. The canopy is gonna go. Alright, so camera, we rip off. Yeah, they'll be different, dog. For sure. Faux show. Alright. Camera. Where are those little round fuckers? There they are. These little things here, super cool. Basically what Josh did was you put, let's see, how does this work? Put that there. Yeah. Now, how does this work? I thought, let's see. I think it goes. Yeah, so it goes there. Yeah, okay. So what you do is I gotta find the right screws. Where'd those screws go? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Yeah, they are, okay. So these itty bitty screws right here. Alright. Let's go. Yeah, okay. So these, which are tiny Phillips. Find my tiny Phillips screwdrivers. There's one. So these go through that and then into there. Alright, so that screws into there. And then this is how you get to determine your angle. Wait a second. Hold on. No. I'm so confused. How does... Yeah, it just friction fits though. So... I guess I'm going to have to take... Okay, yeah. I got it. I gotcha. But does that go there or does it go in the center? That's the only thing I don't know. I don't know what those holes are for. I don't know. We're going to try it this way and see what happens. Like, I think this mount is made for, I can use, I think it's actually, what I'm not realizing is this mount is also made for like run cam, and so I just don't know which way it's intended to mount the Zeus cam, but I think that's how it goes. And then another reason why I'm building it, trying to figure this stuff out, so when we build a bunch of them, we know. So, camera just plugs straight into the VTX too. So the cool thing is basically we just drop this in. All right, so that, okay, interesting. And then if I want, I can rotate it. Oh, I kind of like that, just because of where it sits, but it's not. Thinking I'm gonna want it more like that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how to get the camera more forward. And I think the only way to do that is to have it like this. Now it's a matter of how do I get it? You can mount these cameras upside down and just flip them in the controls. So it's a matter of how do I just get it to just mount where, and it might just be Troy center it up, but I need to know for other lenses too, because the other lenses need to be even further forward than this. Okay, so clearly there. So that's like way up there, but allows me some rotation that gets the lens out in front a little. It's too far in front. Now it'll get cracked. All right. So we're going to try just go into the middle. All right. So to do that, we just got to get this bad boy out of there. Don't know where my there we go. Oh shit! It comes up on the back and cuffs. Man. There we go. Say, this is the stuff you should have done beforehand, Troy. All right. Should have done the way that made the most sense to begin with. I'm pretty sure these other ones are for the backside mount on like a run cam or a Fox here. I'm just an idiot. All right. Here we go. Watch, it's gonna fit perfect. Exactly like it's meant to. Done and done. This goes over here. All right. Camera wire. There we go. Now we can go here. All right. Weird. Now it doesn't even fit with that. Wow. It seems to not fit with these things. Seems to need to be really pinched tight, but once you pinch them tight, they seems to close up. All right. Butter cutters, man. Butter cutters, Bean. We're gonna be using butter cutters. Yeah. All right, there we go. Got that little pod now there. So that does work. And then now we'll drop this VTX on and we will get everything powered up. Set on there. Oh wait, we still gotta wire up this motor. That's it too. All right, so there's that. Get the VTX for it. Did I use Garza's camera? God dang it. I did. Whatever. Now I might as well use this VTX. An antenna. Alright, so we're gonna run. This is gonna run that away. Alright. Stand us. There we are. go. Oh. Good thing they come with the house. I mean, Snapshot. This is a racer that we're building multiples of for a specific race. So no, I did not consider that for this race because we went with a local sponsor and frame company. We tried to stay as local as possible. I've seen the Mosquito. I think it's a great looking frame. I personally just haven't flown one. I'm interested to fly one. Damn it. Possibly one day, but yeah, right now my builds are all the same, and they're SCX HDs. I just happen to really like them and happen to fall into a couple of them pretty easily without paying retail. So I went with those, no bias or anything. Literally, I paid for 2 of the 3 frames. So, but all right. So I just need to make sure this goes in the right way. There is an up and a down. Okay, so right, there is an up and a down. Yeah. Okay. So this. Wait a second. Okay. So we're going like this. All right. This. Oh man, those screws aren't long enough. Did they come? Did this frame come with those screws at least? That's problematic. Where's the rest of the screws for the frame, Troy? Here they are. No, they don't. They only come with M3s, which I'm not going to use M3s. Huh. Well, flip-flop, man. That's a problem. I don't think I have enough for everybody. I really don't know what to do. I might have. I don't know. Might have enough just for at least to get through what I gotta get through. I think I used them all though. I have a few. 1, 2, 3. 4. See if those work. Should, but that's really totally not what I was expecting. Now I gotta make sure this is again lined up in the right spot. It's not. Goes like that. That. I have to freaking cut these. Gotta hit Josh up tomorrow about this. See if I can source some proper screws because I don't have enough for all the frames. I have these though that happen to work. These are actually from some scale rock crawler wheels back in the day. Have you guys thought of using a new VAS array? Sure. I mean, snapshot, dude. Come on, dude. I don't come to your feeds and start plugging my place, dog. I appreciate you trying to help, but yeah, we don't need them or we're not using them, no. But I mean, yeah, I've thought about it. Don't need them because I don't fly enough to where I'm losing signal. Or long range, with mine. So, yeah. But again, appreciate the, informing us of stuff we can use. But just, always down to review stuff, though. I mean, that's what I do. I mean, you want unbiased, dog. Send me something. I'll send it back if you want. Tell me. Damn. I got all of them to work, and then this last one. Yeah, what did I just do? Alright, hopefully this one will set itself in nice. There we go. Alright, BTX camera plugs in. Alright. Camera where it goes first. And then we'll take this, kind of like wrap the cable to where it folds nicely. Set this in where it goes. Careful not to get the cables caught up. There we go. Get that cable a little bit better. There we go. Alright. And then we can take this. Find the holes. Again, it just needs to basically be pressure squeezed in place by just doing the screws. Just kind of rolling wires a little better in there. There we go. Nice and clean. All right, so that's that. Next, antennas, because we got to be, well, I guess antennas can go on, yeah, antennas can go on last. We can do that last. So now we can go ahead and mount canopy. This is what we were trying to get to, is we need to mount the canopy. To mount the canopy, need to figure out what's holding it up. If anything, nothing. All right. Cool. So that's that. So we can get the canopy in. So the canopy gets, where's the screws? There it, man. This place is a hot mess, man. I got a whole hot mess. But we're so close. We are so close. Dude, what the H? Anybody remember what I did with those last little, it was just a little baggie, not even a Ziploc, it's just, oh, there it is. Alright, so, canopy, like most, or all the real flynostrous canopies, go in with nuts. These are always so much fun. They're set in and press up. And get you some of that. So we got a little bit of that. Now, I like to do like a tire, like whenever you're doing your tire for your car, opposite corner, opposite, complete opposite, whatever. Alright, I don't know why I'm not following my own tip here. The biggest thing you can do here is take the tip of your hex driver, push it in. The problem is that I get more feel whenever I use my finger instead. Okay, you just slide it out the table and whoa. There you go. Pressure it in there and hold it. Once you get those two, you should be able to tighten those down. Not 100%, but a decent amount. Now that the canopy is kind of held in place, it's a little easier to do the trick where, oops. Now you can hold the screw underneath and you can literally just set it in place with the tip. Oh. Where did that go? There it is. Go. Oh, the last one is always the worst. Texas. Oh. Dang it. Oh my god. Seriously though. These have got to be the most annoying little things in the planet sometimes. There we go. Hey, Burst. Remind me to tell you what I just noticed, man. I'm gonna have to. Actually, you'll see me fix it, but. Rut-row. Where'd it go? Right here. Rut-row. Have to take this motor off. Totally fixable, but glad it came off just now. Alright, we're gonna have to burn the hell out of this bitch. Cranked all the way up. I'm gonna repair this. Alright. Alright, there's that. And then dang it, I need a piece of shrink tube that I know I have, but it's literally in this mess. It's like one tiny little shred of shrink tube that I have left. There it is. Oh no, that's not it. Come on, man. Why is this not easy for me today? Erg. Damn, man. I know I got this little piece of shrink tube somewhere. It's like right here. Oh, God, I gotta clean this shit. What does y'all's desk look like? I'm sure it can't be that great. Oh, man. Alright, well, we're just gonna use... I hate doing this. I can't even find my damn black tape now all of a sudden. Dude, like literally, it's like right soon as I tape this shit, I'm gonna like find it. Watch. Nope. All right. Now I just gotta at least find some black tape. Where'd my black tape go? Man, annoying. Where is the black tape? I don't want to use the white tape. This works. Never mind. Maybe. Nope, this is not going to shrink. Damn it. It's not that size. I don't know where it is, and I can't go no further until I find it. Well, I guess that's where I'm going to have to leave it for right now, because I got to do this the right way. I can't just half-ass this. I got to find the shrink tube, and it's in that mess, so... yeah, there we go. We're really close. I mean, it was just a matter of connecting the last couple of motor wires here, and, you know, we're up and going. But again, I got to make sure these are nice and tight builds, and I don't want to, you know, cheat the build in any way. So I'm going to have to settle up for right now and just wait. Kind of look for what I need. I got to find the right parts to finish this nice and clean and make it pretty. And you guys will definitely see it soon, but that's the fun we had tonight. Cool. Dun, dun.